Okay. Says I'm live. And so we shall see. We shall see. We shall see. Um, I will painfully, maybe get this done. We will see. It says I'm live. And hopefully my phone doesn't die on me. Um, and if you're there, because it does say I have someone watching, so I am going to click on this YouTube thing because I can't from the computer. Okay, good. So I won't know. Oh, hello. Um, this is my guy. Okay, that's not so bad. Let me see if I can move this a little bit. There we go. Okay, and the camera. Oh, this might work. This might actually work. So I won't know. So it says someone watching. So I won't know if the audio sounds okay unless some beautiful, wonderful love out there who's watching tells me that you can hear me. um, the internet literally died at our house and had to like restart my computer, and then restarting it took a bit. So I don't plan on working on this guy for very long. But this man came to life in my sketchbook last night. And so I got to work on him this morning. And oh, yeah, I can't play any music because I'm using my phone. Oh, well. Oh, well. Okay. All right. We will see. All I know is I'm going to work on him and I'm going to get some stuff done on him. And, you know, if someone joins me, they join me. If not, they don't. You know, whatever. I got nowhere else to be for a bit, at least. I was pleasantly surprised by the creation of this little guy, this gentleman, and yeah, he is definitely a piece I am going to add to the pile, an ever growing pile of patience pieces, I'm calling them. They're pieces that I have a feeling that I'm going to save them for my next book because they're that just came to me actually. It's like, why, what am I going to do with them? How am I going to make them special, make them unique, make them different than my other art or my other projects or my other this or my other that. Um, that's a great idea. That's a great idea, is to utilize them in my Diva Meditation Volume 2 that I'm going to do. That is, I looked over my artwork for This Is Not Emotional Burlesque, and I am absolutely going to leave most of it alone. Not going to seal the art with the acrylic spray that I've used for much of my life. I think no, I know that the pieces will stand on their own, and I kind of like the idea with just in general of, you know, leaving them in their pure state and leaving them the way they are, painted the way they are, and um, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So um, looks like I'm here alone for the moment, which is fine. It's late, it's Sunday. People are probably Netflixing and chilling with, you know, those loved ones that other people have. Yeah. And I am going to work on this guy who decided to show up. I have this weird feeling like he somehow had something to do with the internet working. I don't know what that was about, but we shall see. We shall see how much work I get done on him. We shall see. I been doing a lot of practice work, and it's in my other stream. I was on live not too long, just a few minutes ago, and my internet went down, and I was talking about how I have so many sketchbooks, but I got a sketchbook. Hi, Bianca Zombie. Aloha, dude. Aloha. I hope you can hear me. If you can hear me, leave me a message that tells me that the audio is working and that you can hear me. I'm on a dual device thing going right now, and I had the internet go out on me a little bit ago, and I lost my stream. I had to start over, which is fine. So hopefully you can hear me. I made a pot of tea. Be a zombie from YouTube. I don't know that I follow someone with that name. I'm gonna have to go find out. I hope I am. I hope you're one of my peoples. So yeah, I made a pot of tea. I got a really late start to my day and probably will be up late, and I have other pieces around me so that I think I was saying this on the stream before it ended a bit ago, that if I decide to, I might work on something else as well than this guy. Mo Biggs, I feel like she wanted us to leave some sort of message, but I don't know what to say because I didn't hear her. I wonder if is he talking about me? Can you hear me, Mo, or am I not talking? I wonder if I'm not talking. I mean, I'm talking, but I have dual devices going on right now, and my mic says it's working. Oh, that's the wrong mic. I'm on the phone. I've got the phone on. I'm more. Hopefully, you can hear me with the phone mic. Mo, if you're there, let me know you can hear me. This is my second time streaming tonight, and I have the volume to save you the trouble of troubleshooting. I can't hear you. Thank you. I have a dual device thing going on right now, and our internet went out at the house here. The Wi-Fi went down, and this is literally the second time I have tried to come on and stream working on Beautiful Man that I was talking about. I have this sketchbook. It came out of nowhere, the idea of doing this sketchbook of practice stuff, because I'm doing so much practice art as I navigate doing the art for my comic strip and webtoons and jazz, and I needed another project. I have too many projects as it is. However, I did just randomly sketch this guy, and I ended up working on him this morning, and then now I'm just adding some pieces, adding some details to this guy. Way back before I became a canvas painter, I exclusively did art on paper. I never really got into canvas till a couple years ago, and so it's been quite an interesting year of just differences of what I've done artistically. I've done so much art; it's just amazing to me how much art I've done. I was just talking about, I don't know if you're here yet, but I was just talking about how for my next book, I'm going to leave a lot of the pieces in their pure state, and the sketch I've been doing going forward. I don't plan on doing a lot of stuff to them. I plan on trying to kind of get into this world where I leave some of my originals in their pure fashion. And I hadn't really ever done that before. But being back on paper and working on paper again has been quite an adventure in so many ways. I have a pad of Bristol board paper in my shopping list of what I'm gonna get with my budget next time I order some stuff, and I plan on getting more involved doing my webtoon and my comic strip from scratch in a more polished manner than I've been doing it, because I wasn't taking it seriously as other pieces of art I do. And the patience, I needed patience to do it, and I didn't have it. I didn't have it before. I'm getting there. Not quite yet, 100% there, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it. And this is all pencil. I don't know. Your audio is going in and out now. Yeah, fucking Wi-Fi, man. I'm on my phone. My phone's probably gonna overheat because it does that. So lame. So if I no. Oh my god. My speakers. There we go. Yep. Okay. That's probably better. I don't need to be in this stream. I was trying, one of these days. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like how a phone can overheat that fast plugged in to be on a stream. It's kind of crazy, actually. Probably need a better phone. So I switched back to just using the laptop and the laptop's audio. Thank you for letting me know that, Mo. You're the greatest mods in all of the world, really. I mean, for real. It's just amazing. So yeah, I started this. I think I was talking about the sketchbook. So I have this sketchbook. So he's actually a piece that was in it. No problem. Thank you. There's actually a character on the back because I really was not originally planning on using any of those pieces in there, but then this morning I was a guest on an art stream as a guest to another artist, and it was so cute. I tried to bell, I tried to cancel on him, and he he wasn't having it. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right, fine. Because I woke up late and I was just not. I was so mad at myself for being late today. I missed my spot on CromCon. Thank God Pops fit me in later. I had quite a day, man. It was something. And I'm not one to be late or no show for things. That's just not my norm, which is good. One of the reasons why I know I was forgiven so easily. But yeah, my Makini was not having me canceling on him. He's like, no, get in here. And I'm like, oh man. And it was perfect timing because by the time I was done on his stream and went over to Madness to be in a slot that Pops opened up for me or gave to me, I was like, all of that was gone because I worked on art, and it always makes me feel better. Always makes me feel better. And then to have the supportive people around you that like don't let you, wallow in your bullshit. Because that's so what I wanted to just sit there this morning after having no showed and feeling so about myself. I wanted to just sit in it. I wanted to sit in it and wallow in it. And that wasn't that, the universe, this man on the sketchbook, they all had other plans. So I go looking, I'm like, well, what the hell am I going to do? I don't want to work on the same thing I had worked on before. I wanted to do something new. I'm going to put a pair of mask kind of goggles kind of thing on this guy. And I came to me after the fact, I'm going to create him as a sister piece to the piece called Sweet Girl. And because he has a very similar pose to the piece, and I haven't decided what I'm going to put in it with him, but she has a knife in front of her, and I'm gonna come up with some kind of a weapon type of situation to go in this with him. But yeah, even like probably isn't noticeable maybe to others, but it's definitely noticeable to me that I've been practicing and doing some practicing on sequential pieces because I want to be able to recreate the same, like when I do my comic strip, I don't want to have to resort to it being all over the place with the character. The character is one person. So I kept drawing her all these different ways. And I think I'm down to having her basic features in place. I mean, she is based off of some of my own experiences, but she's also based on some experiences of some of my people that I mentor. And so I think I have it down. Yeah, somewhat. Now I'm at the point with this guy where I'm like, do I put any ink on him or not? I don't think I'm going to. I don't think I want to. I think if I do anything, I'll scan him and maybe digitally do some stuff because I've been practicing on that too. And that's what's been cool about some of these pieces that are one-offs and not really for a book, or they're not something I'm going to do a painting of. I've been practicing the digital stuff on them so that I can learn some digital techniques. And that's been cool. That's been pretty cool. Oh yeah, I like that. So I have this guy's line coming under the nose. It's kind of interesting. I was almost questioning it, but then that's kind of the point of an original, is that it's what I create. He's not based off of anything. Yeah. I I don't know if that's you still there watching, Mo, but I did a Joker this week, and the Joker I did was actually a Joker from a tutorial video of Ethan Van Sciver's, and was amazing. Actually, it was really a lot of fun. I was surprised by how much fun I had, because I'm the first person that'll try to tell you that I don't want to do characters that exist already. I don't want to do pre-existing art kind of stuff. But I did that video. I followed along and I watched him. First, I watched him do it, and then the next day I followed along and paused him when I needed to pause, because he's, of course, way faster than me. And I did a pretty good Joker for my first Joker, I must say. I must admit. But it cracked me up. Ethan cracked me up because one of the things he says on that video is, draw him however you want. The Joker's not real. He's fucking cracking me up because he's like, it almost was kind of like a Bob Ross kind of thing to say. Like Bob Ross would be like, it's your canvas. You do what you want. I've seen that video. That's cool. And I die, man. I die. I actually, like, one of the few times I've actually spent money on a super chat was to tell Ethan that he should have done stand-up comedy. As a comic, he just cracks me up. He is so funny. And the best video, one of the best, I haven't gone through all the tutorials, but one of the best videos, Mo, is the one where he says anyone can draw Harvey Weinstein. Oh, I was dying. I thought I was going to pee my pants. I was dying. I was laughing so hard. I've been in comedy and done stand up and been in that world for a long time. And I've been to shows with, big comic named people. And fucking Ethan drawing Harvey Weinstein. I thought I was going to die. Oh my God. Just even thinking about it makes me laugh. It just makes me laugh. The next one I'm going to do of his, I've watched the tutorial, and so now I'm going to go back through it, and I've decided I'm going to actually draw it along with him, is the one he does about perspective, and he uses flash outside of a building. And it's intimidating because I don't know the first thing about drawing like that, where you got the buildings looking a certain way and you're making this forward moving motion with your artwork. But I watch it. I always do that when I think I'm going to follow along and try to do it what the tutorial's teaching me. I always watch it first, so I get an idea of what to expect, and then that's actually in my saved playlist. So that will be my next character that I plan on doing along with Ethan. I'm going to do the Ethan. He's never done stand up, but you can find a few live performances and playing his songs on YouTube. I've watched some of the, the streams. Of course, when he's on, I catch his stream. I thought he was going to be on tonight. Did I miss it? I was on. I thought he was going live tonight. Maybe that's tomorrow. Anyway, yeah, I think it's tomorrow. Never mind. Anyway, I I got told I was CG by the other side of the pond is what I'm calling it. And I didn't even know what that meant, actually. And then I go looking it up, and I'm glad I did not listen to what was read, what people find on the internet. And I'm 51 and I've got my own fucking brain, thank God, because every single thing that anyone ever tried to tell me about that group has been the exact opposite for my experience. I've not had a single person prove any of that bullshit to me to be true or factual, And so there's probably a lot of people out there that are unfortunately listening to the bullshit instead of doing their own research. And I just look at that and go, it's either age or whatever. I'm just like, no, stop. Form your own decision. That's what I say. Form your own opinions. But yeah, he really, the way he puts it, because what really got my attention about his playlist of tutorials, because he has a lot of playlists, but what really got my attention is how he says anyone can draw a blank or anyone can draw a blank, and that's how he titles them. And it got my attention because it reminded me of my ex, who was a grunge hip-hop artist, and one of his songs, he had a line in the song that said, anyone can rap, you are no longer special. And he really believed that. Like, he was one of the most talented people on the planet, and he was so much better than so many others. But he was that guy. He was that guy that knew the only reason someone said they couldn't do something was because they probably never tried it, or they didn't go learn, or they didn't do the work, or whatever it was. He was definitely someone who believed that if you had the aspiration to do something, that was just a simple matter of being determined enough to go learn what you needed to learn to do it. He's the reason I scored all of the music to my poetry spoken word album. He was a musician that knew you could do your own music on GarageBand. You could create your own tracks. You did not need to have someone do your music for you. And he didn't teach me how, but he told me, I asked him one day, I said, I need to find someone to score the music for my spoken word poetry. And I was kind of hinting at it because we were dating at the time, and I was hinting at it really because I wanted him to offer to do it. Not gonna lie. And he says he's being kind of a teasing, kind of a whatever about it, and he goes, just go do it yourself, man. And he meant it. And I'm like, what? And then of course I know he would have done it. He probably would have helped me with it, but he passed away in April. And I did exactly what he said to do. I went and I did it. I taught myself how to use the software. He never met Danny. Ethan never met Danny. Is that what you mean? Or my ex? I don't know. What do you call it? That I don't know what that all is even about, but all I know is that I'm on your side. If I don't know what it's about, but I'm on Mo's side. It's good, man. It's good entertainment. That's one of the things I know I appreciate probably the most about the world that I've been welcomed into with all of the people that I've met. Everyone in comic books, but definitely the CG people. There's a sense of humor to the group that it's just been missing in the rest of the world. There's too many people with sticks up their ass that just don't even know how to poke fun, don't even know how to make a joke. Or, God, someone actually tells a joke that's not even meant to be offensive or meant to be in whatever. And someone, of course, they take it that way. Of course they do. Your ex who thinks anyone can rap. Oh, he never meant you. Oh, okay. Oh, that's true. I don't think Danny would be able to rap. The thing is like the statement is true. Like anyone can rap, but is anyone going to be good at it? Is anyone going to excel at it? No, that's absolutely not the case, And so, yeah, I do like that Ethan thinks as anyone can draw blank, whatever, but even that doesn't mean that they can. Like they probably can, and you could probably tell what it is they drew, but is it going to be something I'm going to want to see in a comic book or see in a store? No, probably not. Like my Joker is good, but I wouldn't go off. I got no intentions of going off tomorrow and asking someone, "Hey, would you like to commission me to do a Joker?" Like that's it's not that level shit. Like I'm not that egotistical. Now, if you want an abstract painting done completely and totally unique that doesn't exist anywhere else on the planet, then I got you, boo. I got you. I got that in spades. I will create you an original piece that no one's ever thought up yet. It might look similar to something, but it's not going to be because that's just going to come straight out of this brain that I've got between my ears, which is pretty crazy. But it's so funny. Yeah, I'm crazy, but my favorite part about my crazy is I've learned how to make it work for me. I've learned how to do some of the stuff I do because I've embraced it. I'm like, well, it may sound like a nut, but whatever. It works for me. And it was, I think the funniest part about my ex saying anyone could rap was how good he was comparatively. Like yeah. I mean, sad. We lost a really good guy with that one. So, but it happens. People die. People die. I don't know. This guy. Something about this one. I don't know. So I'm going to definitely put this in this. I have a few pieces now that are all similar. They came to be in similar ways, meaning that like I wasn't expecting them to be something that would draw my emotions in or draw my attention in or get my this excited thrill thing going on, because my art doesn't really bore me, but sometimes I feel like, okay, I need to do something different. But so he's going to go in that pile, and those pieces I'm going to come up with something to do with them different than what I've done with some of my other work, for sure. And I keep hearing, and I do know the whole reason I even started the sketchbook was I want to get not just good and better at doing art different ways than I'm doing it, but what I noticed is that when I do go back to my mediums, my painting, my canvas, whatever it is, it's better. It's better than it was, and that's a huge payoff that makes all of it worth it. And so I don't know. Maybe he'll end up as a painting. Maybe this would be. I haven't done a guy. I've done a lot of paintings of women, lots of paintings of goddesses and women and stuff like that. And so it might be a good idea to do some paintings of some men. There is a local con here in San Diego for, I don't know if it's going to happen. Last time I looked, there was a planning meeting thing that was going on, but there was no date. And so that would be my next, other than all the other millions of things I've got to do, that is another thing to do, is to consider getting to a point where I could go and participate in one, even if it was just to attend one. would be cool to do one, like attend one in person. Definitely no rush on it though, because it's more something I would do when I've got more comic strips and my comic book, my actual comic book. It'll be a romance comic, but I'm not doing that without having the skills I need that I'm teaching myself or finding others to teach me. It will be a romance comic. That's what it's going to be. I know Michael T's show is going to start here soon, so I don't plan on being on here for very long because I will probably put that on before I go to bed. I will be in chat listening for a while before I go to bed. I just saw his post. I don't remember what. I think when I hit live, I think it was an hour from now, maybe. Don't plan to miss it. So. So different. I have lashes on one eye, but not on the other. Oh, I forgot. I'll put lashes over here. I need to sharpen my pencil first. In typical artist fashion, my tea is cold, of course, because I forget to drink it. Because I get doing what I'm doing, and I forget to drink my beverages. It's like I drink everything cold, but forget to eat. And when I do eat, I don't want to eat, and it doesn't even I'm like, whatever. Get to this point where everything feels like an interruption to my art. Oh, that's pretty funny to me. I don't know why it's funny, but it is. Yeah. That is I was just thinking, I know you didn't hear what I was thinking, of course, because it was in my head, but I was thinking about digitally inking this guy. And I was anti-digital for ages. And that definitely something I'm digging in a big way about digital is I thought I just discovered I'm not subscribed. What? Maybe you were, and Danny did something. Danny got into your settings. How the hell does that happen? I've had that happen to me. I was like, there's a couple of guys I'm like, I follow on Twitter, see their stuff on Twitter, comment on their stuff, and then I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not subscribed to their YouTube? What the hell? Because I'm trying to remember who it was, someone today, they like do a draw stream and shit, and I'm like, what the hell? And I wasn't subscribed, and I'm like, oh, that's just not okay. And so I had to fix that. And so now I'm back to checking. I went for a long time there. I wasn't subscribed to anyone because I wasn't in this world. And ever since I've been here and gotten to know people, I'm trying to make sure that I sub and subscribe and follow and participate and cross promote, do whatever I can. Because, I want those people to succeed, man, because I hear anyone say that they are succeeding without having to work for some big corporation bullshit asshole. I'm all about that, man. I'm all about supporting those types. I want all kinds. I want a part of that for sure. And so I definitely have been doing that. I've been trying to be really sure that I'm following as many people that are trying to get this deal and create a better life for us all and bring art to people and ease the burden of human suffering. That's my plan. I want to do whatever I can creatively. Gives people just, something creative to enjoy, to look at. Anything is better than the bullshit in the world. Anything is better than that. And I can't solve the problems, but I can definitely choose not to be a part of them. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave this guy penciled. I don't think I'm going to put any ink on the original. I'm going to leave him just the way he is. If I do anything else, I'll do it digital. And he'll just, it's kind of cool. So I was thinking, I was like, I'll be one of those people that'll finally have actual penciled work originals that if people wanted to see them, they can. And I don't have to tell them I painted over it or I colored over it. Because that was the normal me. The normal me paints everything. I've gotten a whole new appreciation to black and whites in the last couple months. And that's been really, that in itself is a really cool discovery, is learning, I still paint super bright and super dark and not dark as in darkness, but I paint really bold. I use a lot of bold, bright colors. That's just me. But I'm appreciating not using so much color on stuff. It's actually kind of nice. There's something unique to it. There's just something different, unique to it. Okay. So I am going to just redraw some of the finer lines, and I think he'll be done for the moment. Tomorrow I will scan him. My, what do you call it? My haiku manuscript for the coloring book is done, and I sent that digital PDF to my backers. That was exciting. And I have the color one I just need to do some editing to these margins, and some of the bleed didn't. It's not the print file is not good enough yet. It came back with a few errors from my formatting, and so I got to work on that this week and resubmit it, and should be good. And then my plan is to make sure that they're all good and ready and everything's perfect by the time the Indiegogo money comes to me, and then that is really the only thing left that I need to do. I've already ordered my patches. I've already ordered my stickers. I already have everything else that I have that I'm going to be using for fulfillment. I'm good. I'm so excited. So excited. And I have all of volume 2 already written. I have my 10 originals written. I have the one that my backer wrote. That's written. That's just, I hate to put it this way, but all I have to do for volume 2 is the art. I'm not going to try to say that's the easy part, but, that's pretty cool that, I just got to do the art. And that should be pretty fun, because I am getting Bristol board paper and I'm ordering. Oh my God. Speaking of that, Mo, I hope that's still you that's there. One of Ethan's videos is he takes us to Michael's, and he shows us what to buy to do our own comic book. And I was dying. I'm like, yes. It's like he knew. He knew this 51-year-old woman who's been working on fine art and watercolors and acrylics and stuff. It's like he knew she was gonna, I needed someone to point out the simple stuff. And it was, what's perfect about it was man, if I went and just kind of went off of some of the stuff I've been told, or some of the things that I was assuming I needed, I would have spent way more money. I would have spent so much money. And yeah, I'm all about that. I'm that girl that's like, I need someone to tell me, no, you don't need
10,000,001 blanks of this. This will do the job, and this is all you'll ever need. And he made that very clear. And I'm like, okay, whether those will work for my hands and my style of how to do things is to be determined. Because I tried doing some of my art with markers, and I can do pretty good with some markers and such, but I'm so much more suited to paint with a brush. And so I will try a quill. I'm going to try a quill, but markers and stuff, I don't know. I got a kick out of his whispery ASMR voice he used on those early videos, right? His voice is almost it almost reminds me of I'm trying to think of what I was thinking of when I was listening to him. He's very sultry is a word I would put for that, but not in a way that's meant to be at all. It's soothing. That's the word. It's like a soothing voice, and it's amazing because it's unexpected, actually. And that's one of the things I love about, like, just because someone seems a certain way or they have a certain reputation doesn't mean they're whatever the brain tries to tell us they are. And clearly I had already figured out he has a sense of humor. But I love, like, I think there was a point in there where he had put some stuff in there for his kid, I think, in his cart. I can't remember. And I was dying. I'm like, that's the best, man. That's just the best right there. And but yeah, I definitely am going to try a quill. But I'm going to get those things he said he uses for inking. More of a fan. I did some inking of one of my pieces because I had some ink that someone had given me in a gift box. And I used a brush to ink one of my pieces. And I liked that. I liked that a lot. So we will see. I think that from what I've been reading, the quill is good for super, super fine point or fine detail. The brush is good for when you need to black and black a big area. But I'm still gonna get the supplies that he suggests. And my favorite part was the fact that he gave the price and the total and stuff. He's reading us a bedtime story about how to draw the Joker. Right? It is like hearing a bedtime story. Oh my God. Maybe it's the dad in him or something, but it works. I've watched a lot of tutorials, and some of them, I'm not even going to lie, I will turn it off just based on their voice. Maybe it's the spoken word voice actress voice in me or something, but it is. I can't do it. Some of the voices I hear, you can tell the person is kind of like faking their voice or putting on a fake voice or performing, or I don't know. It's just, yeah, can't do it. I used to, when I was younger, super, super younger, I used to think my voice was too deep for a woman, and I would get insecure about it, and guys aren't going to like it, blah, 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 blah. And I've learned over the years, I don't worry about this anymore because I know exactly what my voice really sounds like, and I've got mad skills. or actually, it was just genetics, really. I got genetics on my side. I can do the girly thing. I could totally get girly with my voice if I really wanted to. And that's kind of one of my strong suits, is that, yeah, most of the time it's just this deep voice or whatever. But yeah, if I needed or wanted to sound like a super girly girl, I could totally. But I would rather, stick a hot poker in my eye than be fake. I got no interest in it. That video of him doing Flash is so rad, and but I'm gonna do it. You heard me say it, Mo. I promise I will. That's next, and it's intimidating. I think about it even now as I'm talking about it. I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna be so scared. I did a pretty good Joker for the first time out, but I feel like doing that Flash running down the street with the buildings and trying to create the same perspective thing that Ethan attains in that particular sketch. If I can come in even halfway close, I think I'll be okay. But yeah, it's okay. I got the kind of humility that allows me to be able to do something like that, because I got no shame. I got no shame, because I will be the first person that admits I don't even know what I'm doing with that stuff. And so what do I do when I don't know how to do something? I do what I used to teach people. I'm a trainer in corporate. I'm a corporate trainer in my day job. And one of the first things I would always tell someone is, the last thing you ever going to say to me on a floor. This is in healthcare, right? I'm telling these young kids coming in from their med school type stuff. I'm like, don't ever come at me, because I was their supervisor. And I'm like, don't come at me and say, that's not my job. I don't ever want to hear those words out of any of you, was what I would tell them in class. I said, because if you don't know how to do it, that's one thing. You can tell me you don't know how to do something. I'll teach your ass. But don't ever come at me and tell me it's not your job, because we're not about that here. We're going to do what we're going to do, and we're going to get the job done. And as a teacher, because that was, it's what I was. I was a teacher. It was my job to make sure those kids left my clinic and could get any job in any doctor's office in the world if they wanted. And I was going to make damn sure they could. One of my favorite students, I got her right out of MAA. She was a medical, what's it called? She was a medical assistant. And she went on to be an LVN. And then she got her RN. And then I think last time I checked, she was the office manager of a, what do you call that? What do they call those guys? A plastic surgeon. Yeah. She worked as his office manager, clinical office manager. So she managed the back office in the clinic and the surgery center and stuff. But she was going for her PA. And this is a girl that, like, when I first met her, she was happy to just be an MA, and she was happy to be on the floor doing injections. And yeah, no, I took one look at her work ethic, and I'm like, you're going to be so much more than this. Yep. So I had no aspirations to be a clinician, but I was definitely going to do what I needed to do as a trainer to inspire whatever those kids needed. So when I find people, here's what I love about Ethan's videos, and just everyone that's been so open about answering my questions. That's why I want to make sure I get on. I'm supportive of Michael T, because he was on a stream with me one night and shared some stuff with me I didn't know, like I was kind of clueless about. And anyone who's willing to share their skill set openly, and they don't act like you're going to be their competition, but they're willing to show you how they do what they do, that's just so admirable to me. It's just admirable to me that someone is going to, rather than try to put you down and not be supportive of you getting better at what you do, they're going to, like Ethan in his videos and stuff, they're like reassuring you, you can do this, you can do this. And the more people we have like that on our side that are in our world and not mainstream, the better. Absolutely. I'm all about that. Okay. I could be here on this man's neck for another 3 days. I just dig it so much. I draw these lines and I'm sketching this, and I kid you not. I mean, it doesn't exist, and that would be kind of crazy, but I am kind of crazy. So, but it'd be kind of cool if this guy was to like manifest in my life. I'd be like, maybe that will be my comic book. Or, I mean, I have a comic book. I have the Amazon Beauty Does Dating. That's the one I'm going to do as a romance comic. But I could do a whole other, like, sci-fi. I love sci-fi. It's my favorite genre. I can do a sci-fi where this artist, creator person creates things, and the things that they've created start coming to life around them in different ways. That would be some trippy shit. I just said that on a live stream. Oh well. Someone steals my idea and goes with it. All right. Just make $1 million at it, okay? It's funny. I'm not really stingy with my stuff, but we'll see. Someone ever actually takes one of my ideas and steals it, then I'll be like, I don't know if I'd even be upset. I'll be like, well, that was kind of flattering. I don't know if I could be upset. And it's kind of fun. I'm kind of shocked anyone even likes my art. So it's like, whoa, how'd that happen? All right. How long have I been live? Ooh, 50 minutes. Okay. Then I should round this out because it was 63 minutes or something like that when I saw Michael's post. And so he's probably going live soon. I am going to play my exit video. I'm going to put him like this so you guys can see my progress. Oh, he looks so, men aren't supposed to, in my opinion, look pretty, but there's something really masculinely just, anyway. His eyes are disproportionate and they don't match and they're all over the place, but that's okay. That's the abstract Doris. I've never seen it, though. I think that movie Cool World was a little like that. Right, that's a good point. Cool World was okay. It wasn't a bad movie. I wouldn't say it's a bad movie. It's definitely one I could live without ever watching again, but it's worth at least one watch through. Brad Pitt is one of those actors that got what I call pigeonholed. He did California, and that's just where he should have stayed. Not in that movie, but in that genre. The dramas and the movies that tested his real acting skills, because he's so undervalued acting wise. I mean, I get that. Yeah, you just got me on a tangent, man, because Brad Pitt is definitely one of those actors that had the fucking chops, and his looks got him put in a category that was unfair, in my opinion, acting wise. This is me. Look, Mo, I only use regular pencils. Okay, when I go shopping and I buy that lead pencil thing that Ethan shared on his Michael stream, this not a problem. I actually love holding all of these. This is a what do you call it? Guilty little secret. I'm okay with the trees this killed. I really am, because I love pencils. Okay, I have a thing about pencils. But I'm willing to learn how to draw with a mechanical. Okay, I'm willing. I'm not there yet. But I'm willing. Watching some of the other things I see people do, and having someone recommend one like Ethan did, I will definitely give it a try. Okay, I'm gonna give it a try. But yeah, cool. I was trying to think of who the actress was in that movie, and maybe that was what I really less cared about, was the actress, but whatever. So I'm gonna hit my exit video and sign out of here. And I don't know if you'll still be up and awake, but I will be in the chat for Michael's stream here shortly. And I don't know, he may have already even gone live. I think he maybe went live at 11. But anyway, thank you for hanging out with me, Mo. I appreciate the company, Kim Basinger. See, I'm not even going to get on the Kim Basinger topic right now because I need to get offline, but someday you and I can have a conversation about her. Oh, man. All right. Thank you again for hanging out with me and keeping me company, Mo. Later.